I did something bad.
What did you do?
I taught him to do something bad, and he ended up getting back on from there.
Okay. Now, when you say something bad, what are you referring to? Something? Did clothes come off? Okay. Whose clothes came off?
Alan's pants is down. Something is going on. I ran downstairs immediately. I opened the door.
This is Allison, and you are watching For Real Media YouTube channel.
On January 1st, 2023, officers responded to a residence following a delayed report involving a juvenile with developmental disabilities and allegations of serious harm. Information obtained upon arrival indicated the incident involved multiple family members and had occurred inside the home the previous evening. Due to the severity of the allegations, the response immediately shifted toward a coordinated child protection investigation. I'm Jack, and this is Unpopular.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hi, ma'am. Good, how are you? Can you tell us what's going on?
So I was gone. My mom did like a New Year's thing at our house. I have a 14-year-old son. He's mentally disabled, so he's 14, but he's more like 4 or 5. My husband was here, but I wasn't, and I got stuck in traffic, so I didn't make it on time. And so I told him to take Alex to my mom, took him over there. And when he was there, my nephew came over, and my sister dropped my nephew off. My son downstairs, my niece's husband, he walked in and seen him. But then he walked out and went upstairs and got my mom.
You said your sister's husband?
My niece's husband.
Niece's husband? Who's his name?
Jerome. And he went upstairs and got my mom. And then she came downstairs. She walked in on my nephew performing on my son. It's gonna come up, but the nephew, my little cousin, I think like maybe 2 months ago in the same house. And so I didn't find out until today. Everybody told me what happened today. I didn't know what had happened. So I ended up talking to her mom. She told me what happened. We were from Florida to move back to New York.
And this happened yesterday?
Yesterday. So I told my son, I know what you guys are gonna do, whatever. So I told him that you guys would talk to him. I didn't know how to go to the court. Well, who was his name?
Your nephew?
My son's name. And then they were and told my son if he's gonna. Alex doesn't understand how to say. He can't explain. He gets confused. He doesn't vocabulary at all. Language is all over the basis. So he can't describe what happens. Like it's just, he can just be very direct. So ask me everything's concrete. I didn't understand what he's telling me. I asked him, I said, why didn't you scream or run or kick around? You know, and he said, because he told me he was gonna do something to me. So I got scared, and he just stood there, and he did what he told me. He said it hurt, and I heard, I'm sorry, it's cold. My
Jerome Hartman, which is your niece's husband, is the one that saw it.
That was the district assistant saw it, and my mom, he went upstairs and got my mom.
And she also saw it.
Yeah, and then she ended up like hitting my nephew off with my son.
Hey man, what's your son's diagnosis? Is he autistic?
He's autistic and SCD. I don't know if it matters, but so they're like really skeptical of demon kids mentally. But they just did his eval, so it's going to change. His levels came back below 52, which is mentally. And so his diagnosis hasn't changed. So as of right now, if you look at like it's autism and STD on his height.
Do you know if there's any mental diagnosis for the 12-year-old?
It's not.
Did the uncle mention the 12-year-old even notice when he came in, or he didn't notice when he came in?
I don't think he's seen him because he would have stopped, I would assume. So I'm thinking the way my mom's house is set up, it's kind of like how this one is. When you come in, you walk up in or you go down. And so downstairs is like where it's like a big old open room. So I think when he came downstairs, he saw it and then turned around and went back upstairs. And when he got my mom, and my mom came downstairs.
And did he say exactly what he saw at that time? Was it still the...
I don't know if it was the or the, because Alex didn't see him. And Alex told me that he made him walk towards the bathroom. So when you go downstairs in the house, if you go downstairs, there's a room here. This room that's in front, like the big room, is a bathroom right there. So Alex said they were playing that game in front of the TV, and he made him get up and walk towards the bathroom. And he pulled his pants down, he made him bend over. So I'm thinking when he came down, that's why he didn't see him, because it was there.
Your husband, he was here, but the son wasn't here last night. Did they notify you?
Yeah, he was here.
Did they notify him last night?
No, my sister, my nephew's mother, when she called me, they don't call me to something bad because I'm driving. And so when she called me, it was late, and I was like, what's wrong? But I thought they were just saying Happy New Year. And she was just like, are you driving? And I was like, no, what's wrong? I could tell something was wrong. But she tried to downplay it, and she was like, they were, and I said, Alex doesn't understand how to initiate something. Like, doesn't understand.
Have you checked his clothing for anything that would...
I didn't let him shower. I told her not to shower. I didn't know what to do. Honestly, I was stuck. I couldn't start my truck because I was on a 10-hour, so I couldn't move. So as soon as I was able to drive, I came in here, but I told her.
And did he spend the remainder of the night over there? Did he just come home today?
I sent my husband to go pick him up, and he picked him up and he brought him home last night. So when he gets upset, he flaps. Like, he gets like really, when he was over there, I knew something was wrong, he couldn't explain it because he kept getting really frustrated. And so I said, go get him, bring him home. He brought him home, and so I told him to sit down and said, Alex, you're not in trouble. And he didn't do anything wrong, I just didn't want him to feel like he did something wrong. You have to be like really step by step. He can't even follow like a two-step direction, so you have to be like really, and then he started telling me what happened, but I realized how bad it was. He didn't realize, so I was just trying to keep a straight face, let him finish telling me, and then once I get back,
we'll notify our investigating department. We'll also be notifying defects and juvenile court because we have to report not just for the incident report, but as being able to report this to those departments as well. And we'll provide you with the case number. We'll try to see if we can get more information. I don't know how comfortable you are with speaking with your sister again, but if we could possibly get her date of birth and the son's date of birth. They'll probably want to have him evaluated.
Like at hospital, you think? Okay, I didn't know if I was supposed to take him to the hospital first. I wanted to because he told me he was expensive, but I was just like, okay, so I didn't. I just called up first, so I didn't know what to do first.
We're not going to speak with him about it. We'll just take your report, and then our investigator, they'll more than likely also try to schedule a forensic interview, which is somebody specializing in speaking with children in certain situations like this, so we won't speak with him about that today.
Does that happen soon?
Again, I don't know. It depends on how soon they can get it scheduled. It's not something that, we have a set date for opening.
Do you know how long it takes for your investigator to get it? The reason I can't say all this, so I have to take, but I'm not ready to do it.
By this point, officers had gathered enough preliminary information to determine the situation involved allegations of mistreatment against a minor with developmental disabilities. Officers were also made aware that approximately 2 months prior to this incident, the same juvenile had been accused of engaging in inappropriate conduct involving a younger family member. Due to the nature of the claims, officers notified investigators, Child Protective Services, and Juvenile Court to ensure the appropriate agencies were involved.
Welcome to another series of real-life stories. And before you all come for me about my choice of words, and for not really being straight in pronouncing some kinds of weird words, I do all that because of YouTube community guidelines. And I believe I played the video so that we all can watch and understand and comprehend in our minds. Back to the video. This happens more often than we think, even between siblings and cousins. We must at all times watch our children closely, and all doors remain open. Unfortunately, the other kid might actually be exhibiting the behavior someone might have thought him or what he have seen someone doing. And for that, he feels is right thing to do. And from the report, it have been reported that he has actually done that to another family member and was caught 2 months prior to this one. Is good. The mom stood up for her autistic son, because if she let this slide, Alex will continue with that lifestyle.
I'm Investigator Hicks. I'm the one that's assigned this case today, so I appreciate y'all coming in. Just so you know what this is, it's a camera. It does audio video record, and I'm working a case in reference to your son, Dominique, and based on an incident that occurred on December 31st of 2022, okay? If you need to take a break, let me know, and I'll make sure we accommodate you with a restroom or something like that, okay?
I'll make sure that if you are going to answer anything this gentleman asks, make sure you say it out loud, okay? So head shakes and everything else probably won't be good enough, so just make sure you say yes or no, okay?
Today is January 11th. Can you tell me about what you did that day? Are you trying to remember, or?
Can you specify for him? That's kind of a broad question, just like.
We typically break it down on a day-to-day basis as to what you did, starting from the beginning, like what you did when you woke up that day, if you can recall doing that.
I remember going to my grandma's house.
You did? Where is your grandmother's house?
Don't know the address.
You don't know the address? Do you know what it's close to?
I know how to get there.
You know how to get there? And what's your address? You don't know? Okay. Mom, let me start with you. What is your address? How long have y'all lived there?
I've been there since May or June.
Mom, you remember what time you got
It
here?
was close to the night.
Was it dark outside yet?
It was about like, it was after 6.
After 6. How'd you get there, Dominique?
I went with my mom.
You went with your mom? You went with your mom over to Miss Paula's house? You got dropped off by your mom?
She was there too.
You stayed and then you left? Is that correct?
I was actually there. I went to the store with my daughter and dad, but I was there pretty much the whole time. I didn't, if that makes sense. It wasn't drop them off and then leave and then come back later. I was there for some time. She had cooked. So, yeah.
Do you remember who was there? You don't remember? What about you, Mom? Do you remember?
Yes, it was my mother, my daughter, and her husband. I think you spoke to him, Jerome. It was Lemoyne Coven.
Who's that?
It's older brother.
Okay. You didn't see Alex there?
Oh, I thought I said Alex.
No, I thought you said Alex's brother, Lemoyne Coven.
Oh, yeah, Alex.
Okay.
Because he brought Alex.
Okay. Lemoyne did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what'd you do that night, Dominique? Did you play games or anything like that?
I was downstairs playing the game.
Okay. PS5? Or was there anybody else down there with you? Alex. And what else? Just Grand Theft Auto? Okay. What made y'all go downstairs to play PS5?
Because the TV was down there.
The TV was down there? Did you do anything else while y'all were down there? Are you trying to remember or you just don't want to say?
It's kind of hard for me to say.
It's hard for you to say? Well, I can assure you we're all grown in here. Either you're hesitant to say because you don't want to say because it's embarrassing or something like that. Well, I can assure you there ain't nothing I ain't heard. All I need is clear, accurate description of what happened that night. I'm not going to judge you for it. Your mom's not here to judge you for it. Your lawyer's here he's not here to judge you for it. We're here to just try to get this squared away and move on.
Start from the beginning, just tell us what happened.
I'm going into the details.
Yes.
Who else was down in the basement with you, if anybody?
Nobody.
You said a minute ago that somebody else was down there playing video games with you. Who was that?
Alex.
Okay. Did Alex leave?
No.
So Alex was in the basement with you. Alright, so if Alex is in the basement, you guys are playing video games, take us forward from there. You're playing video games and then what happens?
Have courage and speak.
I did something bad.
What did you do?
I talked to him. He said he did something bad. And he ended up getting back home from there.
Okay. Now, when you say something bad, what are you referring to? Something? Did clothes come off? Okay. Whose clothes came off? Which part came off? So his pants came off, and then what happened?
We're going upstairs.
You're gonna have to.
Kids.
You're gonna have to tell me, man. I can't just assume what you're talking about.
Let's take a break for just 2 minutes here. Can you stop this?
Yeah.
He took his underwear off and he did whatever
Okay. Alex took his own underwear off, and then what happened?
he did.
Tell us what Alex did.
You know how I told you he talked him in? I talked him into it.
Mm-hmm.
I talked him into it. He wanted to do it. So like I said, he pulled his pants down. He pulled his drawers down.
That's good. Keep going. Tell us what else happened. Did Alex say anything at this point? No? Did you say anything to him? Okay, so where were you when this happened and where was Alex when this happened?
We was in the like in my grandma's house. It's like just literally downstairs. We was in the living room by this couch and this table.
Was that where you guys had been when you were playing video games?
We was on the couch.
Did you turn the video game off at this point? So the video game console is still on, right? Either of you stand up at this point when Alex is taking his clothes off?
Alex.
Okay. And so does that mean that you're standing or are you sitting?
You sitting.
Where are you sitting?
Couch.
Where had Alex been sitting just before he stood up? Had either of you at that point one another in any way? Just like you slapped him on the knee or anything more than that at all? Did that happen before Alex stood up or did it happen after he stood up? Were you guys sitting far apart from one another? Maybe it's better if I ask you, how many cushions are on the couch? 3. Where were you sitting? On the far left one, the middle one, or the far right?
The far right.
If you're on the far right one, that means there's 2 other cushions. Which one is Alex sitting on? Middle or far left?
Middle.
You're sitting there playing video games and maybe something happens and you smash him with that. Does that happen? No? Make sure you speak up, alright? You're sitting there playing video games and you win. You like smack him on the leg and say, ha, I got you.
No.
Okay. Are you guys talking to one another about anything at this point?
After we got done with the game, I talked him into it and then he agreed.
What is it?
You said you talked him into it. The investigator asked you what you mean by it.
Something. Exactly. Said detail. What exactly?
You said But what does it involve as far as what y'all are gonna do? Did you have to use your hand?
My hand.
What did your hands and your mouth do? Did they touch any part of Alex's body? Okay. What part of his body did they touch?
Where your pee comes from.
Where your pee comes out of? Okay. You know what the name of it is? What do you call it?
John, you're doing good. We're grateful that you're being honest with us. Did you make Alex stand up? When he stood up, he would have had his back to you at that point. He's not standing on the couch facing you, I presume.
He walked towards me and faced me.
Go from there. Tell us what happened next.
So like he took his pants off at like this point to his knee.
Okay. Does he take anything else off?
Did you pull them both down at the same time?
Yes.
Your pants and the underwear? Okay. He's facing in front of you. Is this when the thing takes place? Okay. So what happens from there?
Thing and
Okay. And by thing, do you mean the place where the pee comes out?
yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you a drawing, okay? This is just a sketch. It's not, of course, it's nothing what we typically use, but it's just a little outline of what a body looks like. Can you circle in the area where the pee would come out on that? Okay. You don't have a name for that? Because what you've indicated is what some people might call a area or something. Okay. You put that in your... Did anybody see this? Okay.
My grandma did, but I was holding me up.
Your grandma saw... Okay. Did your grandma walk in while it was out in your mouth? Okay. Does grandma immediately pull y'all out of the room?
Somebody walked in before.
Before grandma?
It was Jerome.
Jerome. Did he see anything?
No, I rushed back to the game.
Okay.
Did you ever leave the couch after Alex stood up? He had his pants down. Did you ever leave the couch while this was happening?
No, I was still sitting on the couch. When Jerome came in, we acted like he was playing the game, but he had saw something and he went to go to the grandma and then we went back to doing something, to doing what I previously said.
Okay. After he left? Okay.
And then grandma came downstairs and called us.
Alright. Did you do anything else while you were down there other than put your phone on his as far as
Okay. Pancakes.
Okay. Was this before or after Jerome walking in? Okay.
That's when Jerome walked in. We was behind the door. When he came in, I brushed the couch and I was playing the game, and I was still behind the door. He came in, asked for a pen, walked out, went to go to the grandma, and then grandma came downstairs and called.
And then Jerome walked in, or while it was in Alex's, Jerome walks in. You kind of retreat back to the couch. And then after Jerome leaves is when on the Alex happens. And then grandma comes in. Okay, so what happens when grandma comes in?
She tells us to go upstairs.
Okay, so y'all go upstairs. What happens at that point?
She takes her mom. My mom came, and then my mom called my auntie, which is Alex's mom.
Okay, well, I appreciate you being honest with me.
Is all that what you just told us, is that true? Have you done your best to be as honest as possible? I want you to keep doing that, okay? You're doing great.
Jerome came downstairs before grandma.
Was that when you were on the couch, or was that when you were behind the door?
Behind the door. He saw my pants down to my boxers.
Okay.
He figured something was going on, so he went to go to...
What I'm asking is, how did your pants come down?
I pulled them down.
Okay. From that point, when your pants are down, is your underwear still on? Where's your underwear?
Still on my body.
Are they pulled all the way up? Where are they?
Like right here.
Okay. When your pants are down and your underwear is down, tell me what is going on with Alex's pants and Alex's underwear.
To his knee.
Okay. There was a moment you told us about where you're on the couch, your was on his. Whose idea was it to go to the door?
Mine.
Why did you want to go to the door?
Totally wouldn't get caught.
How is it that Alex ended up over the door with you?
Because he agreed.
He may have agreed to it, right? But how did he get over to the door?
Walk.
How did you get over the door?
I walked.
Who went over the door first?
Me.
How long did it take for Alex to come over there?
2 seconds.
You mentioned a little bit ago something about his... Where did that occur?
Behind the door.
Okay. Did you do anything or say anything to Alex to force him to do this?
No.
So you never him?
No.
You didn't tell him if he told the grandma you were going to do something to him?
No.
Did you say anything that could have maybe been perceived that way, you think? Or maybe would have made him think that you were going to hurt him if he said anything?
No.
Did you tell him not to say because you might get in trouble or something like that?
No.
Okay.
You've told us several times that you talked to Alex. Did Alex talk to you while any of this was happening? Did he say a single word at all?
Like when I first taught him to doing everything,
Okay.
he said okay.
What did that mean to you? When he said okay?
Like he was agreeing to it.
Did at any point did it seem to you like he didn't want to do any of this? At any point did he say anything to you that maybe made you think he wanted to go away?
Is this the first time this has happened? An incident like this involving you and Alex? Okay. Well, I appreciate your honesty. I do want to meet with your mother if she's here and she's willing to speak with me.
During the recorded interview, the juvenile suspect was questioned about his actions inside the home that evening. After initial hesitation, he admitted to engaging in inappropriate acts with the victim. His statements placed both juveniles together in the basement at the time of the incident and confirmed inappropriate contact occurred. Investigators documented the admission carefully, noting inconsistencies and clarifications while maintaining a non-confrontational approach due to the suspect's age. At this stage, officers focused on establishing a clear timeline and determining corroboration through witness accounts.
Who is Dominique to you?
He's my grandson.
We're here based on an incident that happened down in the bottom room of your house. So if you wouldn't mind, go over December 31st for me that day, starting with the time that Dominique arrived at your residence. Who was there at that time?
I was there. Jackie, Dominique, Alex, Jerome, Diamond.
What is Alex's last name? And who is he to you?
He's my grandson.
What about Alex? Did he get there before or after Dominique?
Alex got there after, I think.
Were they ever together without any kind of adult supervision or any other person in the room? As in, Dominique and Alex were by themselves together?
Not that I know of.
Where were they at in the house on that day?
They were not alone. I have a two-story. I think you came to my house in the top level. Okay, all of us up there. They were not alone because adults and all of us at the top of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Alex spoke to me about it. He got a game for Christmas. Alex always played his game in my basement. And we talked. Everybody was upstairs and we were talking and looking at the game. And, at that point, he went downstairs to play his game. So, but until then, they were not alone. Everybody was upstairs.
So Alex got a new game. He wanted to play it. He always plays it in your basement. In the downstairs room. So at that point, he left and went downstairs to play his game. Did anybody go with him down there to play the game?
Not that I know of.
When did you discover that he wasn't by himself?
Jerome asked me for a charger because he was upstairs playing a game in another room. He needed a charger, and I said, I don't have a charger. Alex have all kind of chargers. Asked Alex. He went downstairs. He came back upstairs. They called me G-Ma. G-Ma, come here for a minute. Then I said, okay. Now I got up and I went, and he told me. At this point, did you want me to tell him?
I can't interject as to what you can and can't. You're doing great. Don't worry about it. And you're answering it fine. And if he needs clarity, he'll ask you for it.
Okay. Jerome came to me and said, I went downstairs. Alex's pants is down. Something is going on. I ran.
He's asking you just like when you first realized that Alex was not alone. Is that when that happened?
That's when that happened.
Okay.
I did not know Dominique was downstairs. Okay. I ran downstairs immediately and opened the door because the door was cracked. It wasn't closed, it was cracked. I opened the door. And yeah.
I know it isn't easy to say, and I know it's extremely awkward to even bring up, but for the record, can you describe what you saw when you opened the door?
When I opened the door, Alex was standing, pants down, below his knees, hands down to his side. Dominique was on his knees in front of Alex.
Mm-hmm. Did you see anything as far as the that's involved with Alex?
Dominique was just there. When I say he wasn't engaged, it wasn't in his or anything. He was standing there. Alex just was out, of course, because his pants is down to his.
What about Dominique's? Was his out?
No.
Okay. And at that time, what happened?
I started yelling. I lost it. And I really can't remember everything I said because at this point, at this.
Right.
When I yelled at them, started yelling at them, Dominique started crying. Alex just stood there. And I said, what are you doing? When I came to myself, actually, I separated them. Dominique was, Grandma, he made me do it. Alex told me if I didn't do it, he sat on my stomach. At this point, everything is going through my mind. Nothing is making sense to me. So I got them separated, got them back upstairs. And I started talking to them. What are you doing? What is going on here? They both started talking, but it didn't make sense. And so I addressed
both of them. I asked Dominique, trying to play this in my mind, and I don't want to. Dominique kept saying, Grandma, he made me, he was crying, he was almost screaming, crying. Grandma, he made me do it. And I'm like, hold up, you stop talking. Alex, tell me what happened. I don't know, Grandma. I don't know. It just feels good. I don't know. I said, well, what are you doing? He said, I was getting ready to do it to Alex. To Dominique. I had to back away. You don't understand. I'm sitting there and my grandchildren telling me, I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. When you got them upstairs, did you call anybody's parents?
I called both of my daughters.
Okay.
I didn't call. I called Jackie. Jerome actually, because I want to be truthful about this. I didn't, Jerome called Jackie, which was right outside of whatever, I'm not sure. And Jackie called Nikaya, their sisters. Nikaya is my second daughter. Jackie is my third daughter.
And did you stand by until the parents got there with both of them to make sure they weren't separated again?
Of course.
Okay.
They were not out of my sight.
Going back one more time to when you walked in on them down in the basement, do you remember where they were standing exactly?
Yes.
In relation to the room, like were they near a couch? Where?
They were. When you walk into my basement, there's a couch here, a big comfort chair here, and a sofa table here. They were standing between the table and the sofa.
Okay. Did Jerome tell you where he saw them?
No.
Okay.
Did either of them say anything to you?
Dominique was crying and saying, Grandma, he made me do it. And Alex was saying, but wait a minute, Grandma. Alex said, I don't know. It just feels good. I remember that. After that, I guess I just went into a world of trying to stay sane.
All right. Well, I appreciate the time.
She confirmed that after being alerted by another adult in the home, she went to the basement and personally observed inappropriate behavior between the two juveniles. Her statement aligned with earlier reports regarding location, timing, and circumstances, further reinforcing the investigative findings. With direct admissions and eyewitness confirmation, officers finalized documentation and prepared the case for referral to juvenile authorities and child welfare services for further legal action. On January 18th, 2023, Jacquelinda Bagley and Dominique were booked into custody in Newton County, Georgia, and charged with aggravated...
And the two mentioned in this video isn't just the only time, because his mom is not shocked hearing what his son did, and all her body language says a lot throughout the investigation. Feels good, the final verdict was good, the mother and son was charged, because if that young boy was left to go free without charging him, he will definitely do worse than he have done. People needs to see and learn from this video, especially the parents. Prayers to all the precious children that has to go through this, and I pray they gets help sooner. What are your thoughts on this video? Please share your opinions in the comment section and subscribe to my channel.